Let's start with a question. What do you think is actually riskier? Burning through a pile of cash or playing it so safe that you miss your one big shot? And that's really what we're digging into here. It all comes down to a simple idea. Do you have enough kindling? Not just to get a little fire going, but to build an absolute inferno when the moment is right. Our story kicks off back in 2005 with this little startup you've probably heard of them, YouTube. They were facing a choice that wasn't just about their own survival. It was a decision that would basically shape the future of video on the entire internet. Now, to really get why their choice was so radical, you have to understand the mess they were in. And I'm not kidding, it was a full-on 5-alarm fire. I mean, the situation was pretty grim. YouTube was just hemorrhaging money. Every single video that got uploaded meant another massive server bill. On top of that, advertisers, they were terrified of user-generated content. It was the Wild West, and they wanted nothing to do with it. So of course, every business expert, every book, all the conventional wisdom was screaming one thing: cut your costs, stop the bleeding, just try to survive. But here's the thing. YouTube's founders, they saw the world differently. They knew the internet wasn't a game for survivors. It was a game for conquerors. In a market where the winner takes everything, coming in second place is the same as losing. Just surviving? Well, that just meant you were dying slowly. And that single realization pushed them to make one of the most counterintuitive, what looked like a completely insane bet in modern business history. And look at how different their path was. Everyone was shouting, save money, cut back on servers. YouTube did the exact opposite. They doubled down and poured money into getting more servers. While everyone else was trying to conserve cash, they were investing everything they had into building a massive infrastructure. You see, they weren't playing to survive. They were playing to win. And this wasn't just some reckless gamble. You can hear it straight from co-founder Steve Chen. He talked about this urgent need to scale infrastructure rapidly. They were fully aware of the financial risks, but they believed the risk of not being ready for success was way, way bigger. So the bet was really clear. They believed that the company that could handle a video going massively viral without the whole site crashing would become the go-to platform for everybody. That kind of capacity, to them, was worth way more than a healthy bank account in the short term. So, did this crazy cash-burning gamble actually pay off? Well, let's take a look. It started right here. Sequoia Capital, the venture capital firm, they got it. They understood the winner-take-all logic and put in a total of $8 million. This was the kindling for the fire. And with that fuel, the fire caught. Because they had built the infrastructure, their site never crashed. They could handle every single viral hit that came their way. And so users and creators just flocked to them. In no time, they were the undisputed home for online video. And then, just 2 years after that big bet, Google came knocking. And they weren't just interested. They bought YouTube for $1.65 billion. And for Sequoia, that $8 million investment turned into a 43x return. It was an absolutely legendary win, all built on a decision that looked like financial suicide to just about everyone else. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, this incredible story gives us a really powerful strategic framework, something we can call the Kindling principle. What it does is it forces us to completely reframe how we think about risk. We're so often obsessed with having enough money to just get by, to survive. But maybe, just maybe, the more important question is, do you have enough firepower stockpiled to actually win when your moment arrives? So let's define it clearly. Kindling isn't your rainy day fund. It's your war chest. It's the infrastructure, the talent, the cash, all the essential stuff you stockpile, not just to survive, but so that when that golden opportunity appears, you can pour gasoline on the fire instead of just hoping it doesn't go out. And this right here is the heart of it. For YouTube, the biggest risk wasn't going bankrupt. The biggest risk was some video going viral, their site crashing, and another competitor with more servers stealing their crown. They correctly figured out that being unprepared for their own success was the only risk that really mattered. Okay, so that brings it all back to you, to us. How does this idea apply to our own lives? I mean, think about it for a second. In your own project, your career, your business, where are you playing it safe? Where are you just trying to conserve resources and survive, when maybe you should be stockpiling kindling for that one big decisive move? Ultimately, it all boils down to this question. Are you building a campfire or a bonfire? See, a campfire is nice, it's safe, it keeps you warm, but a bonfire is a signal. It's a statement. It can be seen for miles around and it completely changes the landscape. So, the question to leave you with is, which one are you building?